Well, hi there, folks. Welcome back this week to another Template Tuesday, where each week we're going to try to build a template that can help you understand a different concept of continuous improvement or some area of your business. As you know, last week we talked about carrying costs, and so it's only appropriate that this week we talk about another metric that's used within the inventory categories, ordering costs. Okay, ordering costs and inventory carrying costs correlate very strongly. If you lower the level of inventory in your organization, there's no doubt that your ordering costs are going to go up for the simple reason that more orders might have to be placed, replenishments might be more frequent, depending on the level of inventory that you have. Likewise, if your orders are less frequent, then your inventory is going to probably be a little bit higher. You're going to be carrying more inventory, trying to batch orders to get price breaks and work with the economy of scale and stuff. So this week we're going to be looking at ordering costs and building a template for you to calculate. Now remember, you can go to the Lean and Six Sigma template store on Lean Strategies International and buy any template for just $1. Each one of them comes with a short slide lesson, and you can review that to understand what the template you purchased is for and how to use it. So please visit the Lean Strategies International LLC Lean and Six Sigma template store and take a look at the templates that we have in there. There might be some that help you a lot. Okay, before we jump in here, let's just quickly understand what ordering costs are. So ordering costs are used to calculate the average cost of your orders. So it's based completely off of the number of orders that you place. And specifically, you can define ordering costs as the costs that are related to secretarial or clerical work, or preparing purchase orders, or releasing, monitoring, checking, looking back on your purchase orders, any type of orders that you've placed. Also, the physical handling of the goods that are on the orders are included in the ordering costs. Any type of inspection when they're received in. Various setup costs could be applicable also. So that's what an ordering cost is. Okay, so let's jump into this. Let's actually build our template to calculate ordering costs. Now there's three pieces of data that we'll need. We'll need the total fixed costs. We'll need the average number of orders per period. So if we're calculating our ordering costs annually, we need the average number of orders per year. Okay, and the last one is the variable costs per order. These are costs that change based on different aspects that your organization has defined. With those three pieces of data, we can calculate the average ordering cost per order. So let's jump over to our Excel sheet. We got it open here. Now you can make your template as fancy as you'd like. I want to keep things simple, so I'm just going to make a cell here that just simply says, let me move this mic a little bit so we can type, that just simply says average, and we'll use an abbreviation, ordering cost per order. Nice and simple, okay? And our average ordering cost will be right down here, right below it. So we'll go ahead and highlight this, make it yellow, and we'll just add in a couple of cells here by coming up here and clicking some borders. So now that we have that set up, we're ready to get our pieces of data. Now the fixed cost, as you probably already know, is something that doesn't change in an organization. So you will have to define what your fixed costs are. So what we're going to do is we need the total sum of fixed costs first. So here we're just going to put in fixed cost, and we're going to go ahead and calculate or copy and paste with Control C and Control V, and we'll just drag that right there. So however many you have, I'm just going to put 3 here for the sake of this video. So right here, we're going to define each of our fixed costs. We might want to format this just so that it's dollars, and then we'll go ahead and just put a little box around it to keep things nice and organized. Simple. And highlight that yellow. Now we wanted the sum of that, so we're just going to hit equal sum, and then we're going to put an open bracket. We're going to come up here, grab these cells, and then close our bracket, and that'll automatically calculate our total fixed costs right there. So nice and simple. And that's one piece of data that we need. So if we had a fixed cost of, let's say, $250 here, maybe we had rent on a warehouse that was fixed, and that was $1,600, and we put that down there. And let's say that our fixed costs were salary ranges. So we have set salaries, and those total up to $250,000. So we see our total fixed cost is $251,850. Now we've got that piece of data. Okay, we're all set there. The next piece of data that we needed to define is our average number of orders per time period. So we're going to go ahead and create another cell right here that just says AVG. If we can type here, AVG and number of orders, and then we're all set. Okay, nice and simple. And that information is going to go in this cell right here, so we'll just put a nice little box around it. Now the average number of orders, you'll probably have to pull those from your supply chain or from your procurement department, and that's pretty simple. You can just export out of ERP and divide the total number of orders, and that'll give you your average. Or if you can export into Excel, you can use the average function. However you get it, you need to get the average number of orders for time period. So if you're doing it annually, it needs to be for 1 year. Now the last piece of data that we need, as we mentioned already, are the variable costs per order. So you'll need to total up the variable costs that your organization has, and you'll total those up, and we're going to add those, as you'll see here in just a second. So we're going to add another cell, and what we're going to do is we're going to use the same concept here as the fixed costs, only we're going to change this to variable costs, because they're actually the complete opposite, as you already know. A variable cost will change with different elements, and a fixed cost never changes. It's always the same. So we've got that set, and we're just going to put some boxes around it. Really simple here. Anybody could build this template, and we're going to go ahead and format this likewise to a $sign. So we've got that. So let's say we've got a variable cost. Maybe our setups change all the time, and they're going to be something like $100 or so per order. And let's say that that's all we got. Now we need to put our sum function in so it automatically calculates. So we're just going to hit the equal sign sum, open our bracket, grab hold of these 3 cells right here, close our bracket, hit enter, and we see that our total variable cost is $100. Now we're ready to calculate our average ordering cost per order. So this is going to let you know how much each of your orders is going to cost, what that calculation is. So we're going to come over here, and we're just going to make this really simple like we've been doing. And we'll just select this cell, we'll put in our equal sign, and first thing we need to do is divide the total fixed costs by the average number of orders. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do that, and we'll put that in there. Now that's not going to complete our calculation, so we're actually going to have to make some changes here, but that's the first part. So after we see this formula, and let's go ahead and lock these cells right here. Now obviously if you're using more, then you won't want to lock them. You just click in here in the middle, and we're going to hit F4, which will lock your cells. Now what we're going to do is we're going to close these right here. And you'll see that after that, we want to add the total variable costs. So we're going to select that cell down there, lock it out again by selecting the middle, hitting F4, and we're just going to hit enter right there. So why did we get this div error right here? Well, two things come to mind first. One, we didn't use an if error formula. You can get fancy and use an if error formula, but just for the purposes of simplicity, we left the if error function out and didn't use that. And number two, which is the root cause of why this came up with that div 0, is right here. We need the average number of orders to be able to calculate our average ordering cost per order. So let's say that this particular organization has an average of 100 orders annually. They put that number in right there, and we get $2,618.50 for our average ordering cost per order. That's a pretty expensive order if you ask me. Now let's say if their average number of orders was 500, you see how that comes down. And if we go a little bit higher, you can see how that gets spread out across the number of orders. So it's directly impacted by the number of orders, our ordering costs. Now remember, you can purchase this template for just $1 on Lean Strategies International LLC's Lean and Six Sigma template store, and it also comes with a slide deck that outlines the lesson, the definition of how to calculate ordering costs, and it'll have 3 objectives that it'll teach you. That's what ordering costs and ordering costs are, how ordering costs relate to carrying costs, and how to calculate ordering costs. Thanks for tuning in this week with another Template Tuesday. This has been a fantastic experience, and hopefully this lesson on ordering costs helps you out, and you'll be able to use this template and this metric to continuously improve your work efforts in your personal life or in your business profession. Have a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you all later.